so welcome back to Oshun. I've actually changed my YouTube name from Oshun Beauty to just Oshun. I don't want to just make beauty content. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop making it. It's just that I have a lot more things to talk about than just beauty and natural hair. But trust me, the natural hair content not going nowhere. It's going to be the same natural hair content along with other stuff. Just a mixture of like everything, because I feel like things should be multifaceted. Faceted? I don't know how you pronounce that. But anyway, today is March 1st. March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. If you watch my previous videos, I made a video on my experience with getting a hysterectomy at 21 from stage 4 endometriosis, and my whole like crazy story with endometriosis last year, and having a really crazy ovarian cyst rupture that basically gave me a really bad infection. I'm not even sure what to call the infection, but I had like the adhesions on my liver, and it was very painful, and the cyst that ruptured was actually infected, so that caused a infection in my body. And my fallopian tube was also filled with fluid, but it's called hydrosalpinx or hydrosalpinx. I think that's what it's called. I'll put it over here, y'all, trying to pronounce these medical terms as best as I can. But yeah, and I also dealt with uterus didelphys. So what a normal woman has, one uterus, one cervix, all of that, you know, I have two of everything. So I had two uteruses, two cervixes. Also was only born with one kidney, but the one kidney is the least of my problems right now. Me and my one kidney are doing just fine. But I say all of this to say that it is Endometriosis Awareness Month. It actually takes a lot to get on video and talk about it, because I'm pretty sure any other person with any form of endometriosis has been gaslighted to the freaking high hopes, the high mountains. Like, you just been gaslighted all your life on this pain, and people have blamed you. They blame your lifestyle, they blame your diet. Even when you try to change, they still say it's something that you're doing. And I know how invalidating that can feel, trust me. So it feels weird to be able to talk about it in a free space, because it's like I used to second guess myself and be like, did I try hard enough? Should I even talk about this? But now I'm like, yeah, I should talk about it, because maybe someone else could relate. And I'm pretty sure, because I've seen so many videos of women trying to be diagnosed with endometriosis for over a decade, but luckily I have a very good gynecologist that got it in the bag when I was really young. Like, definitely before I was 18 years old, I already knew that I had it, because she was doing her job. And I wish that was a lot of people's experience, but sadly it's not, because a lot of people tend to look over extreme periods, or they just act like women can't take pain. But in my opinion, women, like, we can take pain. We can definitely take pain. So I feel like if we're tripping about how bad a period is, it should not be taken lightly at all, because all the women I know, they can take some pain. And I feel like typically, because women deal with childbirth, periods, all of that stuff, we have a decent pain tolerance. And I know for sure I have a very high pain tolerance because of endometriosis. It's basically just like a little awareness video. I just want to bring awareness to it. So a lot of people just think that it is a pelvic disease and it's only limited to people with a uterus, and it's really not. This endometriosis, this disease, is a full body disease. You can have it in your heart, God forbid. You can have it in your lungs, anywhere where the organs are. It is not just limited to where the pelvic area is. For me, mine did start in my pelvic area, and it spread to areas like my liver, my stomach, like my gut, and that can lead to things like a endo belly. I think that's what it's called. And honestly, that used to be one of my biggest insecurities, because I would be drinking like peppermint tea that's good for bloating, going to the gym, just trying to drink more water and stuff, and it's like, why am I still bloated? Like last year, after I was already deep into stage 4, and they were like, I don't even know how you walked in the place to get checked out for it. But yeah, that's another thing that I'll probably discuss later on. But yeah, endobelly used to be a very crazy insecurity of mine. So when I bloat now, I don't even beat myself up about it. So it is a good few possible causes of it. They say it is the retrograde flow of menstrual blood that goes back up and it causes the overgrowth, or it could be genetic. I feel like for me it's genetic because my mother also had it, and that means someone else probably had it, so it probably just runs in the family. Or it could, I believe, just be a spontaneous growth, but since it is so under researched, they really don't know. I really wish they paid more attention to it, because it will be women just, I've seen so many stories of women just passing out in their bathrooms at work, and then they have to get up and act like nothing happened because people don't validate their pain. So if it's someone in your life with endometriosis and they say that they're in pain, please validate them. Please, it is the worst feeling in the world to be crunched over and you have someone telling you it's something that you're doing. If you're watching this and you have endometriosis, you are not doing anything to cause that. You're seriously not. I've seen some studies that say that this is present even before you hit puberty. Like, they can catch it that early, but then again, it is so under research. So it's not anything that you're doing. Sadly, it is not a cure for it. Back in September, I did get a hysterectomy to get one of my uteruses taken out, because remember, I had 2 uteruses, but now I only have 1. And ever since then, the symptoms definitely have been a lot better, but I am on continuous birth control. I know that that's not a cure for it, but it is something that is getting me through right now. So I have not had a cycle since September, and it's made my life a lot better. I cannot fathom, I cannot even imagine to experience that pain again. So, you know, I'll just exhaust the resources that I have now, and I don't ever want to go back up to that point. And if you're wondering how can you get diagnosed with this, I would really push to get a laparoscopy. I don't even remember when I had my first one, because I had my fair share of surgeries for multiple different reasons, but I guess because I had urinary issues, and I'm guessing when they were operating for that, they found out I had endometriosis. But I also got a laparoscopy last July, to remove a lot of the overgrowth, and I would put the pictures up here, but I'm not sure if they would flag it or not, because they are pretty nasty looking. My infection from rupture, it was filthy, okay? It was infected because my fallopian tube had been infected for a very, very, very long time. If you have endometriosis, you're probably familiar with hydrosalpinx, and if you're not, thank God, because that is so painful. It is when your fallopian tube is possibly filled with old blood from the retrograde menstrual flow. It goes back up into the tube, something like that. But hydrosalpinx is when that tube is like filled up and inflamed. So when I still had my right tube, because I only had my left one, when I had it, it was literally a hump in my stomach, like I could see it. And your fallopian tube, it's really supposed to be tiny. It's not supposed to be like a hot dog. So yeah, I gaslighted my symptoms for so long and just told myself, you know, I can do this approach, I can do this approach, I can do this tea, I can take this yoga class, I can do the stretches. No, I feel like those work along with great medical care, okay? Do not let these people online gaslight you. Are they doctors? Are they specialists? No, I feel like they like to use a lot of scare tactics with people with chronic issues just to make money. If you're looking to get diagnosed, that would be one of the first things I would do. But mine was categorized as stage 4 endometriosis because I had a lot of adhesions all in my gut, all around my uteruses and my tubes, and I had multiple cysts that I didn't even know about. I felt the pain of one, like I would occasionally feel it, and then I would be like, oh, the pain went away, and I thought it would just go away, but no, it just got worse. So please don't ever ignore your pain. Pain is not supposed to be there. Pain is not normal. Just because you have a high pain tolerance like me, you do not have to sit in that pain. Please say something before it's too late. Yeah, so then the adhesions started to grow on my liver, and then I had this crazy infection, and I was on antibiotics for a very, very, very long time. And yeah, that's just my little story on endometriosis. So if you have like really heavy periods with big clots, you have shooting like leg pain, because when I used to get periods, it would be, oh, I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I still have both of my ovaries, by the way, so I won't go into early menopause. But when I used to get my periods, I used to have really bad sciatica in my right leg, to the point where I was limping. Like, this started like in high school. I would literally be limping around the school. The life would just be knocked out of me, and I would just deal with it, because I was like, oh, I guess this is what everyone else experiences. They seem to carry it well. Like, am I just being a punk? But no, sciatica is not normal. And it would be so bad, right? I would literally lose feeling in my right leg. And I would be like, it feels like I just sat on my foot and it went to sleep. But no, I wouldn't even be touching my foot. That's how I know. Back pain, any form of sciatica. I just been informed that you can even have chest pain as a symptom of endometriosis, infertility, painful intercourse, painful bowel movements, infections. I'll also just screenshot something from a trusted source and put it right over here. If you have endometriosis, please just let me know your full story down in the comments, because I know a lot of other people probably invalidate you, but I won't be the one to do that. I'll be the one to read the comments and interact with you all. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.